Should you replenish your cash bucket? All right, so talking to these guys today. They are legends, of course, because everybody who talks to me is a legend. If you haven't talked to me, you're inherently not a legend. Anyway, so they're sitting on about $2 million in basically all stocks, you know what I'm saying? And they're just crushing. Drives 2013, drives 2014. That's what they drive. It's the same old story, man. Always the same old story. I think their expenses are way too high for what they're going to do in retirement. But be that as it may, we'll start with that. Wait till they get settled down. So let's say they need $100,000 a year to live on. They got $2 million, and look at this guy, man. This is Georgia right here. Trump Vance. Got his little son out here raking leaves. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, buddy. Yeah, you liberals don't get that. Like, you got a guy out here, putting all his leaves in. Good job, buddy. You getting paid for that? Yeah, right on, man. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, Trump Vance. Liberals like, oh, I can't get my fingers dirty. I'm gonna get Miguel from Guatemala to do this for me. I said it in jest because I actually have people do my yard work too. I know. I always thought, I said, man, I can't wait to get back to the East Coast so I can start mowing my own lawn. Look, even in Georgia, we got potholes. You see that? You see that pothole right there? You see that? Yeah. Freaking pothole. Come on, man. Come on, Mayor. Get that pothole up here. Anyway, I always thought I was couldn't wait to start mowing my yard again. Nope. I did it for about 2 years. I said, I'm sick of this crap. Oh, I'm such a lazy guy. Hey. All I do is read, do YouTube videos, and walk. Tough life. Someone's got to live it. Anyway, going back. So these guys got about $2 million in all in IRAs essentially, but they got $400,000 sitting in cash. They need about $100,000 a year. I don't think they're going to come anywhere near that when they get fully settled into retirement. They're both still working. But they're like, maybe we might need that. We don't know. I said, I got you. Hard to imagine people with 2013, 2014-year-old cars or 2013, 2014 year vehicles spending $100,000 a year. But, I never know. The funny thing is, these guys, neither of them got a college degree, and 4 years bachelor's. They just kept their nose down, head clean, or nose clean, head down, whatever. Head down, nose clean, and crushed. Put money away. Wake up, they got $2 million. It's amazing. And it's funny, too, because we're sitting there talking today. They say the funny thing is, let's just say the market goes up 20% next year, for simplicity. That's an extra $400,000 in your portfolio. I mean, that's why Dave Ramsey's right in this regard. He says, hey, man, once you got that dust egg big enough, it's the rate of return is going to propel you forward relative to keep adding money in. So you just got to start. I completely agree with that. Just start to get the money built up, because when your time you're 55, 60, you got such a big nest egg. And that's what I'm telling these guys. You got a 5% rate of return. Gives them $100,000. So if you're spending $100,000, you got a 5% rate of return on $2 million. You don't even have to tax your principal. Obviously, that doesn't take into account volatility, but you get what I'm saying. It's like, dude, you tell me you got $2 million, you need $100,000 a year. You're going to run out of money? No, come on, man. That doesn't count Social Security. Just common sense. All right, anyway, going back to what I said. So by hook or by crook, they got $400,000 in a Vanguard money market account. They need $100,000 a year once they retire. They're not retired yet. They're still kind of pondering it. All right, so when they're going to take, let's just say we have 4 years, once they retire, 4 years, and they're not on Social Security, 4 years of a bear market. Remember, the whole thing about the barbell is we don't want to pull money out of stocks when the markets are down. That doesn't make sense. We don't want to buy high and sell low. In this case, sell low specifically. So we pull it out of cash, all right? Yeah, but Josh, in 4 years, my cash could be down to zero. Well, it could be. How many years have we had 4 consecutive years of lost money? One, that's it. 1929, 1930, 1931, 1932. That's it. How many years have we had 3 consecutive years of lost money? 1. That's it. 2000, 2001, and 2002. And I'm just talking about the S&P 500. Not talking about the Dow. Just talking about the S&P 500. So we've had 2 examples in 100 years where we had more than 2 consecutive years losses. 2 examples. That's it. All right? So let's just say you happen to retire into 1929. Well, the irony of it, that's not the word. The interesting thing about that is your $100,000 a year spending is actually going down because we're in a mass deflation at that point. Not likely to happen again. So again, the odds are the way we look at it. 2000, 2001, and 2. All right. S&P was down 9, 11, 22% consecutively. All right, so now we're spent down in those 3 years. We spent down $300,000 to cover our expenditures. We got $100,000 left in there. 2003, the S&P jumps quite a bit. And you're like, okay, so what do? Do you take your S&P 500 went down from, $1 million, we'll just say $1 million. I can't figure that out in my head, so we're going to times that by 2. Went down 9, 11, that's 22, that's 20% roughly. We'll just say it went down to $650,000 for simplicity. All right. So by the end of year 3, by the end of 2022, you had your $2 million is now worth $1.3 million. All right. You now take $300,000 from that $1.3 million to replenish your cash bucket. Because remember, your cash bucket is down to $100,000 because we had to pull $100,000 each and every year until the market went back up. And the answer is no, you don't do that. You don't do that. You leave the cash bucket alone because now if you look at 2004, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, you're pulling money from what? From the stock bucket because the stocks are going up from 2003 to 2007. 2008, it fell again, and you pull that last remnant of the $100,000 you had in your money market out. So now your cash is exhausted. And what happened next? 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, did it go in 2015? I can't remember. Either way, you got no cash left. So now you're freaking 9 years into retirement in 2009. Your cash is exhausted. But if you look what happened next, the next 15 years, the markets, other than 2022, did just fine. Can I say that happened again? I have no clue. But we have evidence now. And again, this is not. We don't have a sample size enough to say this is a statistical value. I grant you. But we've never had 4 years of negative years, other than 1929, 30, 31, 32. We've only had one consecutive three-year downturn, 2000, 2001, and 2. So then, why would you then think a mass distribution from your stock portfolio, which is down 35, 40%, to replenish your cash? Don't do that. Because what happens is the market has always come roaring back. And even if it doesn't come roaring back, even if it doesn't, let's just say it only goes 5 or 6 or 7% back, the facts are we still don't want to pull that massive amount of money out to replenish our cash account. That makes no sense. Now, that's what I'm telling these guys. Look, everything is fluid, man. Like we're talking about Roth conversions. I said, I wouldn't do Roth conversions. Doesn't make any sense. But I said, look, I did tell everyone on this YouTube channel, on this exact same walk, in March of 2020, do Roth conversions. And of course, I didn't do it myself because I'm an idiot. But I've got people with hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars of tax-free growth because they did Roth conversions, even though that wasn't part of the initial analysis of financial planning. But the opportunity was so blindingly obvious when you're down 35% in 6 weeks' time or so, 8 weeks' time, dude, do the Roth conversions. I wish I would have done it. So everything is fluid in financial planning. There's nothing that's just ironed out like, oh, this is the way it's got to be. That's just dumb. Anyway, but I would have replenished my cash bucket. No way. I just let things be. Again, everything can change. Situation dictates, but that's my recommendation to these people. That'd be my recommendation to you too, as long as you are a legend and you crush that like button. We'll see you.